this is a really critical analysis we need to make of our client base when we're talking, because the old expression is where you sit influences how you see the world, you know. And where you sit here means where you sit in the company. Right? So if you're the CFO, if you're the financial buyer, you'll have a completely different perspective if you're sitting down there as a technical buyer. If you're the executive buyer, the leader, and you're the user buyer, different perspective. So when we're talking to our clients, we have to know exactly who are we talking to, and therefore, what should the conversation be about? So you can imagine, you know, if you're talking to the financial buyer, what's going to be the key issues there?
Numbers, budget.
It's going to be?
All about the numbers.
It's going to be numbers, right? It's going to be
Bottom
budget.
line, financial.
It's going to be probably timing of payment. It's probably going to be terms and conditions of payment. Right? All going to be influential there for the buyer, financial buyer. If they're the user buyer, okay, what do you think is going to be important to the user buyer?
How it will make their job easier.
Yeah, how it affects their life, how it affects their job, right? How it improves their current condition. If they're the executive buyer, what's likely to be a key thing there?
How it improves the bottom line.
Well, yeah, bottom line, and they probably have targets. They probably have a vision. They probably have a strategy for the direction of the business. They're looking probably fairly long-term, big picture. So how does our solution fit in to deliver all of those things for the executive buyer, who's usually the CEO, managing director, that type of level of person? And what about the technical buyer? What are they worried about?
Technical buyers is just the features.
Yeah, technical buyers, the spec, you know, quality, maintenance guarantees, replacement guarantees, quality guarantees, performance guarantees. They're interested in all of those sorts of things. You know, consistency. They're usually very detail-oriented people, and they want to know the spec, they want to know what comes with this apart from just the solution itself. So on 4.8, what would be some questions we'd ask the financial buyer? What would be some we'd ask the executive buyer, the user buyer, and the technical buyer? So we're going to go into questioning skills here. Well, exactly what questions will we ask each of those people? They've got particular key interests, so we need to find out their perspective. Let's design a question that will help us understand what that perspective is. Now, for there's a broad range. Even with a CFO, you might think it's just money. It may not be money. It may be money in this financial year and money split across next financial year. It might be prepay the service in this financial year because they've got excess cash and they don't want to give it back. So there's bound to be timing issues. Even with, you might think, oh, the financial CFO, only interested in money, only interested in cost. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. They might have timing things. They might say, well, look, we want to have a 60-day payment cycle. We need 60 days. We can't do it in 30. That makes a difference, right? So you need to know these things. What's the key? So if you can't do 60 days, then you're going to have an issue here right away. They won't accept what you're offering because your terms won't meet their requirement. You better know what the requirement is at the beginning. So let's think about some questions for each of those buyers. Anyone have a question about what we're about to do? You all good on that? You all good? Okay, let's go.